We are with Bobby Rhoades, the new head coach at GMC, the Bulldogs. He is taking over for Lee Coleman. Bulldogs dropped back to 4-7 last year after one of their best seasons ever at the school in 2021. Coach, you were at Pepperell. You were the OC there. You have been a head coach in Alabama before in the high school level. You've been a college coach. Why GMC? Why did this job intrigue you and make you want to move to Milledgeville for it?
It's all about what this school stands for. We talk every day about character. Our regimental accolade is character above all, and that is something we stress not just in athletics, but within everything that we do at our school. The values of duty, honor, country. Those are things that are very important to me, and to be a part of a school that stresses those things it was exactly what I was looking for.
Well, that's great. Well, that's good to hear, and good reasons to take a job like that for sure, to make an impact and to help young men have those accolades. All right, let's talk about your defense first of all. Now you have only a handful of starters back: a linebacker, cornerback, a safety. So this kind of rebuilding project on defense. I think you're also going to be teaching a lot on the field along with off the field. It sounds like, right?
Yeah, we have a very young team. 2/3 of our team is freshmen and sophomores, and some older kids we haven't played football. I got to work recruiting when I got here in March, kids in the student body, and we've added a couple kids, a junior and a senior that hadn't played, and they're going to be playing a lot. So it's about teaching. I mean, that's our mission as coaches, is to be teachers. And the one good thing about being a smaller region is you've got 5 non-region games to kind of get things right. So we've got 5 non-region, very challenging, and 2 scrimmages. And so it's going to take some time, but the kids have worked really hard, and we're trying to keep things basic to try to limit the thinking so they can just react and play.
A lot of times coaches want to win every game, and I know you do, but sometimes it's fun to teach the sport a little bit. That sounds like what you'll be doing this year, where we do have some interesting players on offense for GMC, and we'll talk about that with Coach Rhoades in our next report. Back with Coach Bobby Rhoades, the new head coach at GMC, the Bulldogs, trying to score more than 21.4 points per game that they did last year. All right, you're an offensive coordinator now, so they've got to replace a 4-year starter. Tyler Saunders was a very good player for this team. You've got junior Logan McMillan, and I believe you have Jonathan Roach going to get some time at quarterback. So those 2 guys are going to generate some offense for you hope, right?
Well, the basis of what we do is going to be our ability to run the football. I think that's probably our strength offensively, with Jesse Washington back there, and Jonathan Roach will take some time in running back. If we can be successful in the running game, that'll take a lot of pressure off of our quarterback and hopefully make his job easier. We got to replace a lot of receivers too. We're going to be really young at that position. We've had some kids that have really grown and progressed through the summer, and I'm excited about their potential. But I think a lot of it's going to come down to how effectively we can run the football. And if we can do that, it'll make life a lot easier for whoever it is playing quarterback.
Coach, you have 3 starters back on offense, 3 on defense. You have, as you mentioned in the first report, a lot of young players. I talk a lot about teams that are going to strive to get better from the previous year, and I say something that I almost sound like a coach when I say this. All right, I would think they would want to be better in September than they were in August, better in October than they were in September, better in November than they were in October. Is that gradual progress and improvement your goal for this year?
Absolutely. I mean, we always, no matter what level you're coaching, our goal is to get better every day. And, as a coach with a young team, you want to make sure that they stay focused on the task at hand, that they don't let yesterday ruin today. Don't let today ruin tomorrow. If you have a rough day today, learn from it and be ready to come back tomorrow to get better. When things go good, don't let that success get to your head, because sometimes you may think you're good and you've made it, and there's still a lot of improvement to be made. And if things maybe don't go well, you don't realize how close you are. we're really close in a lot of places. We've shown a lot of flashes this summer of having the potential to be a really good football team. It's just learning how to do things the right way. We preach do everything the right way, between how you work in the weight room, how you practice, how you approach the game in terms of mental preparation. And when you have a young team, it takes time to teach those things. But these kids are really hard to try to learn those things, and they're getting better at it every day.
That's great. Well, it'll be fun to watch your team to see how they do get better through the course of the season. First game on the 18th of August, which is right around the corner, of course, against Wheeler County. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Middle Georgia football, and we wish you well this year.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.